Why, hello there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your September love message. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. Thank you for trusting in me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay up to date for when I post. I'm going to be posting a lot of content on Patreon. We are in eclipse season, and if you haven't watched the general reading, that is also provided below. I highly encourage you to always watch both, even if you are just coming for love. There is so much in the general reading. I cover a lot of astrology support. We talk about transits and an overall message for you, right? And hopefully my goal is for you to understand that even if you are coming to tarot for a love message, it starts with self, right? Whether we're reading for single, past, coupled, right? It always starts with self. So check out the general reading and take advantage of my 10% off sale. I have a couple slots left for September. I'm running an eclipse sale. And on Patreon, again, I go a bit deeper into astrology. I have a lunar eclipse in Pisces pick-a-pile reading. And I want you to think back to April. Again, these are cycles, much like many things in life. It's good to reflect on the last March and April's lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, and what kinds of seeds were you planting there? What was going on in your life, right? In all aspects of life, especially love if you're here for a love reading. So you can check back to my channel. I do have playlists for all the signs, and I also categorized my eclipse readings. So check out my channel, my playlist section. You'll see all that information there, and it's easily accessible, okay? And again, the link for Patreon's below if you want to join me there. I'm going to be doing at the end of this month a post-eclipse reading, and then again in October I'm going to do a pre-eclipse reading and a post-eclipse reading. So lots of supported content to kind of guide you through this portal, this new cycle that we're entering into, right? As we're emerging wherever you are into a new season, right? So let's talk about your person. This will be a you versus them reading. Place the roles as you see fit. You could resonate with both ends of the coin, right? And the general message, we pulled some astro cards. These could be transits. These could be parts of your chart or theirs. This could be energy, right? So don't stay too fixated to the signs. If the signs show up, all the better. We have air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Mercury, which is Gemini again, and Virgo. We have earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, fire signs, much like yourself. You could be showing up here. Aries, Leo, Sag, and Saturn, which is Capricorn or Aquarius for some readers. We've been talking a lot about this Saturnian influence with the lunar eclipse in Pisces. Again, on the general reading for all the signs, and watch for your other placements, okay? There's the Saturnian flavor because Saturn in Pisces, lunar eclipse in Pisces, they are very close in proximity right now. Saturn is like lurking over the moon, right? And I go into more detail into what Saturn means. Again, the link for Saturn in Pisces that I did about almost 2 years ago is below. So if you want to know more about what this means on a collective level, but apparently there's some sort of influence here with Saturn in this dynamic. Also Mercury, which governs, again, Gemini and Virgo. We are in Virgo season still. But yes, Mercury is communication. This is expression, right? So there could be something that needs to be said, right? And we're going to dive in here. I'm going to start off with your person, okay? Your person. The person most on your mind. All right, let's see how they're feeling. Again, roles can be reversed. Let us see. I'm making some space here. I have all the cards, Sag, all the cards. All right, Sagittarius, in love, in relation. This could be family, friends, foe. These are more geared towards intimate, but again, I could be picking up on any dynamic that wants to come through for you. You know, eclipses do talk a lot about the past, family stuff, especially Pisces influence. It's the last house, so it's all encompassing, and it has a lot to do with, you know, what we've learned, the wisdom that we're taking, surrender. You can also talk about hidden enemies, hidden parts of ourselves. And what's interesting is This Pisces eclipse is in your 3rd house. Oh, sorry, 4th house. 4th house is Cancer. This is what's hidden within the home. This is also the first 7 years of our life. Saturn could have been teaching you both some pretty profound lessons. In your general reading, we did see the Lovers. We did see the 9 of Pentacles. We saw a lot of self-development for you. So let's see what's going on in this dynamic here. The Lovers, you know, it seems like something is present within love. But again, it could just represent a choice. Let's see here for Sag. Sag. Show me the truth and nothing but the truth for Sagittarius' love interest. Ancestors, guides, allies, please show me Sag's love interest. Sagittarius, what do they need to know in love in regards to their person of interest? What do they need to know about their love interest here? How are they feeling towards Sagittarius? We're gonna start here. Just go with it. I just saw the Nike symbol, just do it. Seeds of potential. Yeah, oh wow, interesting. So Gemini had this same card, but it was the other way, Unity Blooms. Again, we saw a lot of Gemini influence, air, Mercury, could be any air sign. But this is the flip of it. It says Grove of Unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnected harmony among all beings. And the Unity Blooms, I'll just read the other side for you. It says foster harmony and connection within your community, nurturing bonds that bring us together. So this is reminding me of the grove instead of like more like, okay, this is that 3rd house, you know. Again, your opposite is Gemini, so there's a lot to learn. Again, the North and South Node series that I'm working on, I have Aries North Node through Scorpio North Node. The playlist is below. You can check that out. We talk about that in the general reading as well. But I'm getting reminded of that right now, so that's significant for you to know what your natal North Node is. And I also have a North Node tarot reading where we look into your nodes and we do a full tarot spread. Okay, so check out my website. But it goes from this 3rd to 9th because this is talking about the grove. This is talking about the larger scale of things. You know, we go from the 3rd, again, small local community, short distance travel, 3rd house, Gemini, to 9th, which is long distance travel. And what's interesting is I just saw this documentary yesterday where they were talking about this axis of Gemini and Sagittarius. Where do you have Gemini in your chart? Or again, you could be dealing with one, is where Gemini is kind of the gatekeeper, Castor and Pollux, ruling one man on land and one man in the sky. And Sag is in the sky, and they both run along the Milky Way, right? So this river of knowledge, this river of the universe, as they say. And Sag takes that message from Gemini, 3rd house, communication, and shoots it out to the gods. The messenger, they're both messengers to the gods to some extent. But there's something about groves of unity. So it's a very like, this is kind of 12th house, you know, this is more of the outer planets. This is more when we go from the 9th to the 12th, where we expand in some way. So it looks like from the Unity Blooms, which is on the opposing side, again, this is the opposite effect, like I was saying, Gemini, Sag, kind of dynamic here, is that we go from kind of this seed of potential here that we see in this person's energy, right? And then it's turning into a grove. So you could feel, or again, this is your person, they could feel like this is growing exponentially. Or they could see a lot of growth, but they know that there are important parts here to this puzzle. It says, embrace, I can't talk. Embrace each element, weaving them into your story with openness and understanding. So yeah, something about each element, the 4 corners, right? The grove, there's a lot of expansion here, each element. So it's from seeing things from different perspectives, giving up control here, and just go with it as well. This person is surrendering to the unknown to some extent. There's a bit of unknowing here, much like anything, right? Whether it's past or new, right? There are important parts here. This person is feeling like answers are unfolding. There's some things that might be hidden or unknown still. Maybe this is newer. Again, seeds of potential, but it looks like it's growing into something, groves of unity. It's growing into something far greater than maybe they imagined. And they have to learn, or they could be saying to you, again, roles can be reversed, Sag. I want you to intuitively feel into this if this resonates with you, of course. But it says give up control, release the grip of the outcome. It says just go with it. So they could be saying this to you, or you could be saying this to them, but this is their energy. This person seems to be in a very abundant place where they're making space. They believe in miracles. Make miracles. Stay open-minded. They could be very open-minded, much like an air sign, which we saw here, or we have earth, fire, right? They're believing in miracles. And this is also here, beautiful, on the mend. You know, sometimes as a reader, when I see that, depending on the other cards around it, which I'm seeing this walking unscathed, is that this person could be saying that their heart is on the mend. There's been a long road to getting here, of giving up control. Maybe they have been in some sort of healing, right, on the mend. Their heart is being healed. They had to walk away from something. This could be you. I want to clarify this. Walking unscathed is like an escape. They felt fortunate, or you could say in some sense that you were protected. I want to clarify this because that's the only card here that seems like it could potentially have to do with you or someone else. But like they're trying to give up control over something that happened where they had to walk away unscathed. And let's see if this is you, towards you. I want to pull from the Rider-Waite. Why is this walking unscathed? Let's give this a shuffle. I feel like I have to shuffle this up. I haven't in a while. Walking unscathed for Sag's love interest. Why is this here? I'm feeling intuitively, right off the, oh wow, 2 of Cups just flipped out there. Yeah, I'm feeling like they're on the mend from another potential situation, but I want to know if this is you. It says be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. Or they could be helping you in some way heal your heart, right? I'm reading a general reading here. Why is Sag's love interest saying walking unscathed and on the mend? What is this about? Please tell me. Show me why this walking unscathed is here on the mend. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Look at that. So there could have been something toxic. They could have been dealing with a Capricorn. But look at this. Yeah, strong Capricorn here. 4 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. There's a twist of fate. When I see the Wheel of Fortune, it's very positive. Okay, this is change. So again, it's changing. This walking unscathed, you know, a trap that might have been laid out for them, or feeling like a victim to some circumstance, whether it's with you or not. The Wheel of Fortune is here. So there's a hand of destiny that's playing out this cycle. And again, we are in an eclipse month. We're entering into an eclipse season. Again, next month we have another eclipse. So this is that kind of ecliptic wheel. It could be a fixed sign as well. Strong Capricorn here. This person could have Capricorn, or you could in your chart, but they are recovering. Yeah, look at this. That's beautiful. They're recovering from some sort of heartbreak. 3 of Swords, 5 of Cups to the Sun. The 3 of Swords is in reverse. That's recovery on the mend. So Sag, if you were worried about this person being wounded or guarded or not wanting to open up to love, I see that this person does want to. They are, I'm also seeing protected on the other end of this card. So they feel like maybe they have to protect their heart because of the unknown here, but there's so much about giving up control, being open to receive as answers unfold here. Keep your mind open. Again, making miracles. I see that this person is in recovery here from something painful that happened in their life between you or another. Could have been an earth sign, strong earth sign that was in their life, Capricorn. You know, it could have been a parent, an outside influence of sorts. Let's get up more energy on them though. Let's see what's going on. All in all, it seems positive, although there was pain. You know, it seems like this is being healed or looked upon, this devil here. It says you are only limited by what you believe is possible. Exactly. So they're no longer feeding that, because we saw making miracles, keep an open heart, on the mend, you know, open-minded. I don't think that they're feeding this devil any longer. They've released it. Four of Pentacles. It might creep in from time to time. And I talked about this actually with Gemini's reading. Interesting. Lots of Gemini connection there, but like control, give up control, right? The devil wants to control you, but they're saying give up control. Maybe they're saying this to you. Maybe these are things that you guys are addressing. Like I was about to say in Gemini's reading is that we have to, because they got 8 major arcana and the devil was one of them. They had a lot of major arcana. And I was talking to Gemini about how we all have these archetypes within us and we can easily project them onto others. And yes, there are people that are toxic in our lives, in relationship, in love, family, you name it, right? Living on planet Earth, it's hard to escape that level of toxicity of the devil. It's everywhere, but it's also within us, and we have to take accountability for that. You know, we all have this aspect of the shadow of parts of us that are, you know, in survival mode, really. When I think of the devil, it's really survival mode. So this is something that's on the mend. How else are they feeling towards Sagittarius? Please show me the truth for my Sagittarius collective. Shocking in reverse. Okay, so when I see shocking in reverse, the card says turmoil, trouble, unexpected. So maybe, what else? Before I say anything, I'm feeling like they're trying to not, depth. Yeah, there's an awareness here of depth between you two. There's an awareness of this turmoil, devil, you know, the past. But again, the Wheel of Fortune is here. 4 Pentacles. Okay, this is opening up. This is not being possessive or controlling, right? We saw this here in their energy, giving up control. You know, there, you know, maybe at one point there was turmoil here or shock in their life. Maybe I'm getting like PTSD. Shock is on this card, shocking. It says turmoil, trouble, unexpected, but it's in reverse. It's almost like the Tower in a reverse. This person is saying to not avoid the depth that's shared here as well, is what I'm getting. There's an awareness, there's an importance, and there's a value to this. That's that Wheel of Fortune. This is a very important change in this dynamic here. What else? Emotions, yeah, emotions. There's a lot of emotions that are stirring up. Maybe this is what's so shocking, and they're trying to tame themselves, be more aware, see the importance and the value of emotions in general, right? Again, that devil within us, or, you know, things that they've had to let go of in the past or between you two. There's a lot of about giving up control. Seeing this as a potential, you know, growth here. We saw that unity of groves. Like I said, in their energy, it was like from unity blooms, from a seedling, it creates this huge forest. That's beautiful. That's that depth, the depth of the trees, the thick of the trees. But when we think about when we go through a forest, especially at night, there can be some unknown there, right? We saw the cloud of unknowing. Any sort of love dynamic, there is a level of unknown or uncertainty. How else is this person feeling towards Sag? How else is this person feeling towards Sagittarius in love? Divine Feminine. How else? Give me one more card. Again, male or female, doesn't matter. Divine Masculine. Interesting. So the divine masculine is in reverse and the divine feminine is upright. Okay, it doesn't really matter, right? We have both within us. But I feel like this person, we're still talking about your person here. They do see you as a pair. Whatever side you're on, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. What I'm sensing here is there's the depth, there's an awareness in their own emotions of this masculine part of them. Past life, past situations that they're realizing. There's epiphanies around this. There's this depth around this. There's emotions that are coming up and they're having to surrender. The divine masculine is in reverse though. I want to know more about that because I feel like that's where they feel like they want to be more receptive because I see silence here as well. So there's something about the power of like silence. You guys could be in a no contact situation, but also I'm feeling like in the silence is where this awareness of the depth comes in. Because I'm getting reminded here, these two are kind of standing out to me. Shocking in reverse is very, when you think of the tower, right? Or shock, what's the opposite of that? It's peace, it's calm. Silence, I'm getting in the sounds of silence by Paul Simon, especially in the depths of the ocean, right? It's quiet. You know, you don't hear much down there. You know, there's vibration. So there's something about like this attunement, especially with the divine feminine masculine is like, oh, I'm getting reminded of this beautiful post that I saw about, it's a Rumi quote, that when our hearts are so close, there's no words, right? You can sense someone, you can feel someone like sonar, you know, I'm hearing like whales here. You can almost feel or sense this person, or they can feel or sense you even within the silence because your hearts are so close. But on the opposing end of this, Rumi says that when we're screaming and yelling and fighting with someone, it's because our hearts are so far away. And that's the only way we feel that we can get to their heart. So that's kind of what I'm getting reminded of is they're trying to embrace this more feminine part of them, whether they're male or female, because masculine is about action. It's about advancements, right? Taking stock of achievements. Not that feminine don't do that, but it's a very Mars influence, you know, whereas the divine feminine is Venusian. It's about receiving, truly receiving, which we all could learn to do, right? I feel like that's one thing that this person is trying to understand, the giving up control and just receiving. Even in the silence, they're learning something. There's an awareness, there's an importance, there's a value to this. They're starting to understand the aspects of the divine masculine, whether this is you or not. But I want to clarify this divine masculine. Why is this here? Why is this here in reverse? Seven of Cups. In reverse. Yeah, this is awareness. When I see the Seven of Cups upright, for me, this is options, choice, illusion, Venus in Capricorn. They are coming out of that, right? When I see this in reverse, this is making a choice. This is, or having to make a choice, not being distracted or disarray or tempted by something, or tempted by the past even. Let's see your energy. This will give me a better picture of what's going on here. Because I do feel like that song, Sounds of Silence, are coming in. There could be a lot of emotions that are stirring. Again, we are in an eclipse month. So eclipses, especially with this Pisces influence, it's very emotional. It's a lot around the silence, you know, and reading between the lines. So I feel like this person is in a receptive energy, divine feminine, whether they're male or female. They are trying to be more receptive and attuned to you, whether you're male or female. They're trying to read the subtleties, see the depth and the importance and the value in the silence. Maybe that's what's allowing things to grow right into this forest. How are you feeling, Sagittarius? How are you feeling towards your love interest? Whoa, you're like steady as you go. Sag, how are you feeling? Please show me Sagittarius' energy towards their love interest. Again, you can place yourself on either end. One more card, please, for Sag. Sagittarius, how are you feeling? Oh, there we go. Commitment. Resurrection. You got the shield of resilience. Gemini had that as well. And what other sign? Another sign had that. So it's like you're trying to protect this commitment to some extent. Shake off the past. See, this is what I was saying. There's something around this person and they're sensing it with you. I think it's mutual. There's something around the past. Remember, we saw the devil in their first energy signature there of them letting go of that, right? There's no more shock, right? They're trying to open up, right? Mend their heart, mend this connection. And it looks like you as well. You could feel like this commitment is being resurrected. It could be someone from the past, or it says here, shake off the past and rise again. Reinvent yourself and you will rise up from the ashes even more powerful into this commitment. And also I'm seeing this shield of resilience. You are protected as well. Remember, we saw that in there where they were walking unscathed from something. So I feel like both of you, the advice here in regards to this love dynamic is really healing and mending the past, whether that's with each other, forgiveness and acceptance of what's happened between you two, or from what's happened in the past. I see here very clearly that you are transforming and rising. There's a lot of this like aha revelation, like this is Pisces, some say, Pisces talks about Jesus Christ, They say that he was a Pisces, some of you. So I'm just getting that message. But transform and rise. Your journey of transformation unlocks vast potential. There's a higher wisdom. This is reminding me of Sag. This is your card here. Wisdom, 9th house, Jupiter. This magnifying glass here, though, is like really zoning in on something. You are zoning in on something, and it says real promise. You're zoning in on this magic opportunity, or wanting to. It says here, real promise, release the chains of the past. Again, all the past. Release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. Persist with faith, you're almost there. So Sag, you could be telling this person to just keep on keeping on. We're almost there. We're gonna get through this together. You also could be feeling like you're almost there, because the mending card, I feel like both of you are equally trying to mend something from your past, and maybe through each other, there's this promise, this magic opportunity here to heal some things from the past. Again, it could have been between you or not. It says, embrace the unexpected, seize the chance of transformation. So yes, I'm seeing that very clearly. Eclipse energy here. This card has been coming out every reading. That means that this is very current. Okay, this transformation. Always free will though, Sag. There is a nudge. Trust yourself. Let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. So even if this relationship might be feeling like it's going through some unknowns, right? It is transforming. It's a magical opportunity. And I feel like this person, again, sees that as well. They are mending, whether it's from a past thing or with you. There's this healing that's provided here, and there's transformation. There's, it seems unexpected, a magic opportunity you're saying that's unexpected to some extent. But you here have this promise to a commitment potentially with them. It could feel fated, right? We saw the Wheel of Fortune on there and too. That's fated cycles, change. So even if there might be some illusion or fear or doubt or uncertainty between you two, Something is transforming. There's change. Again, it says here, your journey of transformation unlocks vast potential, guiding your evolution to new heights. So something new is coming in. Whether this is an old relationship or not, it looks like it's evolving. And it says, trust yourself. You could be, again, saying to this person to trust me. And then I did see on the bottom here that I didn't show you is hear what is unsaid. And remember when I was saying in there, oh wow, and then Winds of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, wow. I was just talking about that. In their energy, they had the silence. So there was this power in the silence with you. So even if you aren't speaking, or say you're going through some kind of rites of passage is what I'm hearing, where it's like you're being initiated or they're being initiated into this relationship, or again, to reconcile, resurrection of some sorts. It's saying to tune into the silence for truths that words cannot express. Listen deeply. That's exactly what I was saying on their end. I didn't feel like they were giving this silent treatment because of any sort of manipulation or ego. It feels like it's just a subtle kind of this Pisces influence again, that's kind of, slow, steady, receptive. They had divine feminine again, right? I want to pull from the Moonology here to see what advice we have for you. We're going to take this over to the Love Extended on Patreon. And on Patreon, I have that Lunar Eclipse in Pisces Pick a Pal reading, as well as all of the Love Extended monthly readings. And you can look back to April and March's eclipse reading I did on there. I'm going to be doing a lot of supportive content, again, leading us into this eclipse season. And after eclipse season, I'm planning to do a Chiron series, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to hit that like button. And again, check out that North and South Node series. If you want to get a reading with me, if you join me on Patreon, you get 20% off all the time as a Patreon member. You can find all those links below. Sag, what's some great advice we can give? Whoa, okay. Meditate and contemplate. I felt this Pisces vibe. Yeah, see that silence, the stillness. The 12th house, Pisces, is again, it's the void. It's all encompassing. It's the house of surrender. It's the house of rest. Most people are feeling a bit lethargic or tired because Pisces, it's the last. It's before we start anew into a new cycle. This transformation that's occurring. And there is, it's called the great pause to me, You could have Pisces, or they could have Pisces in their chart. Okay, because I did feel a lot of this Pisces influence and between both of you, okay? Meditate and contemplate. Yeah, that's that silence. There's so much power in the silence. So you guys could feel very intuitively connected. Like you could look at each other and kind of know what the other was thinking. That kind of vibe, telekinesis even. Dreams, you could speak through dreams. It's very Neptunian. Also, new moon in Pisces. You could have a moon in Pisces, or they could. You could look up when the new moon in Pisces was or will be. We just had a full moon in Pisces, so this Pisces influence that's happening. It just happened on the 17th and 18th yesterday. What else? What other advice can we give Sagittarius and their love interest? What other advice? Too many. I'm sorry, that's 6 cards. No. Can you give me like 1 or 2 cards for Sag and their love interest? What do you need to release? Yes. Oh, God, it's all connecting. Waning moon. So the waning is losing light. This is right before the new moon. So this is about 3 to 4 days before the new moon, and this is new moon in Pisces. It's about releasing. So I'd highly encourage you to keep note of those dates. The super moon, yeah, we just had the super moon. Emotions running high. So this is very much around this Pisces lunar eclipse. We just had this super full moon in Pisces. So what's going to happen, I think, is there's going to be some release, confidence, a new romantic cycle begins. Wow. So interesting. We have Libra here, which is next month, Libra season. as I was just saying, wow. That's so powerful when that connects like that. So look at this. Let me explain myself if you don't know about the moons, okay? So we have the waning moon right before the new moon, and then we have a new moon here in Libra, okay? That's what we have next month. So it's saying things will be released, what we've been talking about, the past, burdens, trauma, healing around the heart especially. We saw resurrection in your energy. This is, again, seeing beyond the veil, the unknown, the uncertainty, our fears, our worries, okay? And releasing, and then this new romantic cycle begins, and it takes confidence, it takes strength. They could have Leo or Libra in their chart. Also, August could have been of significance, Leo season, new moon in Leo. But there's a lot of emotions, so I'm going to look more into these emotions. It says bring love into the situation here as well. Look at the bigger picture. There you are, Sag. So I see this gaining momentum, just like anything with eclipses, is that there's an emotional swirl of this Pisces lunar eclipse. Then we release, and it takes confidence, it looks like, for this new romantic cycle to begin. And by this next new moon in Libra, next month, we have a solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd, 3rd. But again, there's this trickle effect here. We're going to look more into it in the extended. I want to get more clear on what this new cycle brings in, as you both potentially are releasing some burdens of the past. And that doesn't have to mean that you physically are with someone. This is emotional. Emotions are running high. This is internal. Meditate and contemplate. I don't see third party at all. I see that if anything that's been released, the Wheel of Fortune has its twist of fate in this as the change and transformation is occurring. But that doesn't mean that there's not still emotions that we're processing, right? And it takes meditation and contemplation to allow these emotions to kind of swirl, right? We want to see more into this and see how your person's feeling. I hope to find you over on Patreon if this is where we part. Bye for now, Sag.